on the floor. Tonight we gonna be it on the floor. Tonight we gonna be it on the floor. Get that? Tonight we gonna be it on the floor. Tonight we gonna be it on the floor. Well, I didn't play you the whole song, but the most important part, we're gonna be it on the floor. It meaning the thing, all right? Now, Hollywood is kind of the headquarters of the thing because it is referred to in many different versions. Never is obviously as I'm making it now. I just know that, you know, it kind of came to me with the movie Vacation. Kate Winslet, I think, is in it, and Jude Law, and Jude Law. So I've been like, you know, a long time for global law. Now I'm for global love being the law. And we can do this. We can do this step by step, you know. So in that movie, she kept talking about, you know, that thing. And if you pay attention, even in German, das Ding, you know, and als ich, when I was little, you know, it was like Dingsda, you know, Dingsbums, bums. Not so good. So anyway, yeah, I was with the doctors, and I had all kinds of thoughts there. Dancing, great medicine. Move, you know, get moving, because this thing can only help us, can only you know, guide us if we're moving. And dancing, yeah, it's also, you know, part of moving, because when we dance, we're with us, you know, and we don't need to go well, if you need to go because you danced so much, fine, you know, that relaxes you. And dancing is you know, that's when the thing, you know, all the thoughts that you have, they're not really you, they're from the thing and through you. It's all intermingled, intertwined, it's all together like that. So you know, also like cleaning the house, the apartment, wherever you live, while you're clean. You know, I cannot say that I particularly love you know, like wiping everything and you know, getting wet and splashing. You know, I'm really not that much of like having drops all over me and splashing and all that stuff. But in my mind, I know when I do this, I have the end in mind, and once I'm through this, I know my place is so nice, you know, feels so good, like so taken care of and all that, you know. And when I do it myself, I know where I've been with my cloth and cleaned it all. So then I feel really good, even if it doesn't look good, because it doesn't look good when it's clean. It doesn't matter. You can't really tell the difference, because this is also old, and so even when I cleaned it, it's not clean. That's okay, because I know that I cleaned it, and then I feel good about myself. And while I did this, you know, a lot of ideas pop into my head, because I'm open for it, you know, and I know this process already. And so I wonder why, you know, you guys, you're so against cleaning up, you know, you feel like a woman when you do. Like, what's wrong with that? You know, nothing wrong with that. So, you know, when I go out there biking, I could also say, you know, I don't bike because I feel like a man, because men, you know, sports is a man's thing, you know, or like you know, when I put nails on the wall, you know, I could also say, oh no, I'm not going to put a nail on the wall because that's a man's job, you know. I did a lot of men's jobs in here, and I didn't feel any you know, bad about that, because I love men, and to be quite honest, I think you guys, you love women too. So what's so bad about, you know, we created this thing, you know, being female, there's something bad about it. But then you want to have sex with us. Where does that all fit in, you know? This is really weird. So, you know, when you go to the doctor, especially to the shrink guy, you know, that shrinks you all into like injecting all this poison into you, or, you know, telling you, you know, this is amazing. They came to pick me up here and they say, well, you can either come voluntarily or we force you. Can you tell me the difference? Is there a difference? You know, there's no choice. So where's their voluntary? Which part of having to go to the hospital is voluntary? You know, so this is what I wanted to say. Also, it's like if anybody came, you know, to pick me up, it's like they would have to carry me out here. First, they need to get me dressed. So I have the feeling that nothing will happen like that. And if they do, I'm ready, because I'm not scared anymore. You know, I was scared to death. And because I was so scared, you know, I complied 100% with everything they said. And then they say, well, you did so much better. What? You know, I could kill these guys. You know, you do what you're told, and if you're not, you know, we're going to force you to do this. And then, of course, you know, you comply. And then they say, yeah, see, you do so much better. See, when you do what you're forced to, then you feel so much better. Do you see the craziness that goes with that? And, you know, people that are in a mental institution, they have hurt feelings, and they have very good reason for their feelings to be hurt. And heard too, you know, they were hurt, you know, in pain, and they have a right to be heard, but they're not heard there. It's just you take the medication and then you wait from one, you know, you go from one meal to the next. In between, nothing happens. And if it does, it's like, you know, you jump to, in the Klinikum Bremen Ost, there's this gay guy, you know. So strict. And then we bounce the ball, you know, and we dance to the ball, we dance to the music, you know. You think I follow that idiot again one more time? I don't think so. Then there's this ergo therapy artist piece of shit, you know, that little tiny woman, you know, all dressed up, you know, in all kinds of wonderful clothes, and then, you know, she is like the cream of the crop. She's got it made, wonderful. And then you do as you're told, and no, you cannot have that much. No, the hospital, that's too expensive. You cannot do that. You can only do it this way. I don't think so. You know, that's not art. I can do my art here at home. I will not participate in anything they offer anymore. I've done things, you know, I should. Oops. Now my light. Well, now you can see my light. See, I've done something like this. And I find that pretty unique. And that's actually my dream. You know, I wanted to be a singer. So great, I did this there, you know, and I've done enough. I don't need to do this again. It's not that great either, to be quite honest. But, you know, I did it, and, you know, I designed a car there, and I did all kinds of stuff there, and, you know, they want me to stop doing what I'm doing, and then what? There is no option out there. I've tried it. And for 2 years, I actually did exactly what I was told. And then was offered to retire. So instead of €1.20, I would earn then €1 per hour. So to be quite honest, that's not a solution. You know, that's not an offer. That's shit. that's a disease. That is crazy. That is a disease. And so yes, you're trying, but you know, the people that are actually in the mental institution, they are closest to the thing. They're very sensitive. But of course they don't have the code, you know, that I have to understand everything that's happening to them, you know. And I met people, you know, who hear voices. So I asked them, you know, tell me, what do these voices tell you? And yes, there were some, you know, that tell them, you know, to kill themselves. and these things that they say, these voices that I cannot imagine, because I never heard voices, but you know, apparently they hear these voices, and maybe it's just a way of speaking, because I say this thing is speaking to me, you know, it's communicating with me. It's not in words, it's feelings, and it's something going on. And anyway, they told me that, yes, also like, you know, kill yourself, but it also said, this voice said things to them where they felt hurt, and so they pushed that voice away. But what this voice was saying, you know, I got to know these people, was exactly what they needed to hear to change. And the more you push the change away, the worse the pressure, you know, becomes, and you know, the louder the voices get, the more often they appear. And this is just a thing trying to say, you gotta change. There's something you gotta do. You know, you gotta address this. Why? You know, why are you this way? Because this is not helpful to you. This is not serving you or your environment. So I can work with these people, you know, and I'm sorry I don't have a concrete example of, you know, to explain this better, but I could, if I was with a person, I could explain this to you exactly what, you know, I need to get to know them, and then I can explain to them how they can work with it. And basically, you know, in general terms, it's always let it in, accept this, and say, okay, this means something for me, and how can I work with it so I can get to where I really want to go, you know, and stop fighting against it. And you know, like you talk about a shitstorm, and you know, it's like it's coming to you, and then, you know, nature talks to me too. And I drove with my bike today through like a shitstorm of flies, and what I did is exactly what you do, what I feel you doing here is, there is a war out there. It's not one with bombs and guns and pistols and tanks and stuff like that, and rockets, bombs. It is one, you know, we're fighting against one another. We lie to one another, you know, we commit crimes and we hide things, you know, that's the war, you know, and you know, men and women fighting against one another. And so this is what I see you do, you know, the shitstorm, that's the shitstorm. What I did with the flies, I closed my eyes and knew that like if I go like two you know, pedals like with my bike, they'll be gone. And of course, if you close your eyes for a while, you deny this from happening, then, you know, it'll get okay. But it gets worse and worse and worse and worse, because you're denying the shitstorm. And I know that the flies are out there, and you know, for a while I did need to protect myself, but I'm also open enough to know that this was telling me something, you know, for you to share with you. And eventually, if you open up, things will come to me that will serve us all, rather than, you know, point out all the things that are not working right now. Because, you know, this is really the solution I'm offering you, you know, to let what is in, address it, and then take the steps to turn it around and make it all good, because it's possible. We can do this. Only we need to address it, and we need to do something about it. We cannot just close our eyes and say, you know, it'll be over one day. It won't. We do need to get active with the help of the thing. I'm not here saying this out of my own idea. I'm guided for everyone to know. Happy birthday! Should I say this once more? I don't know. This was more for Dr. ZETSCHE, also to know, you know, the inside scoop that he's supporting, that you're supporting. Thank you.